Back to Braveheart Women's Show. I have two lovely, lovely ladies with me. I have Taika here to my right, and she is a whole life coach. She's taken the whole life coaching course 3 times. And luckily for me, you were in every one of the classes that I was there for, so that was fun. And then we have Lorraine Clifford with us, and she is a master practitioner with Dr. Detox. I'm sure all of you know her because she's everywhere. And we wanted to get together today to talk about water fasting and perhaps a different approach, not a different approach to water fasting, but more sort of talking about like the emotional, the spiritual a little bit. And then of course, going into, what you need to do and some of the things that will help you and things that you should stay away. So Taika, first off, you actually, let's start with Lorraine because Taika, you're lovely. I'm going to save your story till just a moment from now. Lorraine, you're here in Mexico.
Rose up.
It's beautiful. And you just finished a water fast. Are you there? Oh, this Mexican Wi-Fi, I tell ya. No, she's just waiting. She's keeping us in anticipation. So Taika, let's go to you.
Yeah.
So you are I like to call you a chronic water faster. And can you say the change that I've seen with you over the last few months since the first time you came down to Ixtapa for the Whole Life Coach has been astronomical, like really, and I know you're really focused. So can you sort of tell me about your experience? So, and a little bit into your juicing, because I know you're big on juicing as well.
Yeah, I do love juicing and absolutely fell in love with the water fasting when I found the DACA Detox water fasting protocol. It really changed. I was quite familiar with doing fasting in the past, like juicing, intermittent fasting, also water fasting. And really when I fell into this work with Daryl's work, it really changed, and I really started to fall in love with the water fast and the process of it. I really love it just from the whole perspective of changing your frequency and raising your vibration, the frequency, the vibration, the light, and really more than just changing it or raising it. It was more like building it. So building that relationship, building that energy, like letting it, like each time I go into a water fast, I feel like I'm layering on like another strength, another vibration, another familiarity with it. And it's been really beautiful. I feel like it's become one of my really, when I go into that space, it's really been one of my best friends. And that's just kind of the whole part of, the trust, honor, respect, protect, knowing that when I go into that, it's going to be a great space for me. And yeah, it's been really beautiful. And that's why I was excited to come on here and share, because just encourage all women to try this. Like, it really is for yourself, and it is for your family too. It's for, everyone in your life. So if you need to take it to that level where you're just, even if you feel like you're not good enough just to do it for yourself, also know that it's, for everyone around you, for the world, for yourself. And yeah, it's really beautiful. So I definitely want to encourage anyone to give it a try. There's so many things you can do. It's really not that hard to get started. And reading all the protocols and following DACA Detox makes it so simple, because Daryl's really laid everything out for you. And it's great. Yeah.
I think Lorraine's joined us again.
Hi, Lorraine. I think she said she can't hear.
I was hoping maybe she just couldn't hear us.
She's looking good though.
Doesn't she look good? So since Lorraine can't hear us, we're going to talk about her. Yeah. She just finished a water fast, and I want to come back to you, Taika.
Yeah.
What you said is really what I wanted to talk about today. But Lorraine has she's just come off her 6-day advanced water fast. And I know that she eats very cleanly. I wonder if she can hear us. I know that she eats very, very cleanly. She's one of the people that I really look up to, because she she practices what she preaches. She does, she eats a whole plant-based diet. She doesn't stray, to anything. Like she says, well, the one thing I would have ever, if she ever had cheese ever again, would be Parmesan cheese. I remember she said that. And, but she doesn't stray. And so if you look at her now, it's so funny because she can't hear us. If you look at her now, she is truly glowing. And she was talking about the fact that as she was doing her fast, her energy levels got higher and higher and higher, And I think that lends to, similar to what you had said, where you were talking about, the energy and that type of a thing. And so when you say do it for your family, what does that mean? Because I know you have a boy who's 17, I think similar to my son, and a younger daughter, 12, I think.
Yeah, a little bit younger on both of those ages. And really it's for everyone. You do it for your family, because for my health, so the healthier I am, the better it is for my family. I mean, I previously had, migraines. I was feeling bad all the time. And like, that's no way to live. I knew I didn't want that for my family. I didn't want to be, taking time out of my life just to feel sick or, just feeling horrible and putting that energy out. So just doing it for my family in the way of showing them that I can, I can heal my body. This is something that I can do myself, for myself. And, just to show them that I can do that. And also so that, they're not going to have to take care of me in the future. I'm not going to die this miserable life. Like, I know it. I know this now for sure. I'm not going to get any of these horrible degenerative diseases. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be present. I'm going to be strong. So yeah, definitely for my family in that way. Just, so you can add to the family, you can add to the frequency, not like pulling it away. And, having drama and trauma and all that stuff that Daryl talks about, or just, being in like a negative loop. So yeah, and that way it's for your family. And, just taking that, also to take that time for yourself is really important to make that a priority, to build that relationship with yourself and that trust with yourself. That also shows to your family that it's, it's important, for
Isn't
sure,
it?
to take care of yourself.
And
Yeah.
to have, like, to be able to, like you just said, to be able to show your family that you are taking that time to look after yourself, that you're taking that time for your health, for your emotional, for your, your well-being, your mental, your spiritual, like the whole connection is huge. And like, the boys, of course, they watch, but I really, as far as the girls go, so I have a 14-year-old daughter, and I know that she watches and she listens, and we're actually just starting out on on our fasting. Actually, we're just starting, so we're just taking it down to some, just salads, just fruit. And then, then we're going just to juice, and then we're going to go into the fast. And because she's done it once before, and she felt it was really awful for her, but afterwards she really noticed a difference in so many ways. So I think, like you said, doing it for your family, and also being a role model for your family, and showing them that they too can, they can do it, because it's challenging.
Definitely a challenge. Yeah. There's like, and it just kind of shows you there's so many things that you can do. There's so many challenges you can take on. Yeah. And to pass on that knowledge. Like, I hope, my daughter will see me doing this and learning from me, from doing the fasting and the ultimate coffee enemas and the vaginal infusions. For her to have that knowledge at such a young age, and to know, no matter what comes up in your life, that there's something that you can do to help it, or just to even live a better life. Not even that anything bad's going to ever come up, just to, keep living this amazing life, and like, raise your frequency, vibration, and to live such a strong, way.
Why wait until something's taking you down? Why wait until you're sick? Why wait? Why not just live in vibrant health?
Yeah. And don't even like put that out there. Don't even be like, oh, someday this is going to happen. Like, just, creating that better life, right? Like, because you really are, right, the creator of your story. So that's the life that I want to create.
You're so sweet. What do you attribute anything in particular to like why you said you migraines and that sort of a thing? Did you realize, would you attribute anything in particular to you having migraines and, whatever ailments that you had mentioned there? Or were you just, oh, I'm good, I'm just going to carry on, like what was going on there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's definitely a loaded question. Could talk a long time about that, but absolutely, just the inflammation for me, inflammation. I was always trying so many different diets and lifestyles, and I feel like I've really tried so many things, like all the cutting edge, all the different hacks, everything. And it was really once I started working with Doca Detox and with Daryl that it in doing these water fasts that I started to see the big difference and just feeling so much better. Doing the water fast, the juicing, really living that perfect day lifestyle, um, getting into the 12 loving steps, all of that. And when you start to see that your life can feel so much better, I think you gain energy from that and your body starts to trust that. Just like when I go into a water fast now, I feel that my body's starting to recognize, oh, like I know what you're doing. Like before, where it would take me a couple days to get to a certain point, I feel like I'm getting there so quickly. Like in 1 or 2 days, I'm getting to a spot where it kind of would take me quite a few days to get to before, because like I said, I'm building on that frequency and that energy and that health. And it's so exciting to do these water fasts now, coming from more of a place of strength and health. And I also use that for motivation, because if I could start these fasts before, when I was feeling so bad and miserable and migraines, and when everything was just really really difficult, if I could start it from that, then like I can start it so much easier for me to start it now when I'm feeling so much better. So I do use that as a motivation for me to keep going and be curious about um, what's ahead. And your body really wants to try. Your body wants to do this, obviously, because we could talk for hours and hours about uh,
Mhm.
the benefits and what it's really doing with autophagy and cleaning up your cells. And of course, the weight loss, which has just been like one of the most motivating bonuses for me, because I definitely had that really stubborn, like insulin resistant weight loss, or whatever you want to call it, inflammation, so many different, just not that, but so many different ways that it was super stubborn. So yeah, it's helping for sure. Don't know what your original question was, but
I just love I just love it. I know that you're so knowledgeable in so many ways. Have you done a water fast beforehand? And if you have, what is the difference between doing a regular plain old water fast
yeah,
versus the ultimate water fast?
I have done regular water fasting before. And it was a lot more difficult. I wasn't doing the ultimate coffee enemas or any of the nutraceuticals. And it was rough, but I definitely did them. I did a lot of, juice fasting, and of course, intermittent fasting. It's been part of my lifestyle for a really long time. But yeah, I would say if you've ever tried water fasting before, try it again with a DACA detox protocols, because it's
Mhm.
it's unbelievable. Like when you're putting the nutraceuticals in there, like the IGF and the C60 and the iodine and the Ormus minerals, um, and doing the ultimate coffee enema and the black diamond.
Well, the ultimate
So many
coffee
things.
enema is so critical to doing the advanced water fast,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because it releases all of those not all of those toxins, but it helps release that liver release all of those toxins.
Yeah.
And then you've got the black diamond and the humic fulvic in there that just sucks all of it encapsulates all of that toxic material and it escorts it out and it doesn't let it reabsorb. So when you're just drinking, if you're drinking, I'm watching you drink. If you're just doing like a regular coffee enema,
Mhm.
those toxins have the opportunity to absorb back in as they're being, as they're
Yes.
coming out. So that the fulvic and the humic is key, really key to
So
make.
key.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I feel like it, yeah, doing the ultimate coffee enemas, I usually 2 of those a day, and then taking all the nutraceuticals, and it really gives you time
Mhm.
to fall into the other protocols that Daryl has. So
Mhm.
like I have a Avicin, I do that, and then of course the belly button therapy, the clapping. I like to do the chiroplate a lot, like laying out in the
Yeah.
sun when I'm doing a fast. Um, so there's so many tools that are there for you that he's laid out in this amazing program. And it like to before I would like really get into the library, I like to watch the emotional masterclass while I was doing a fast. Um, just really resetting your life, resetting yourself. And I've done so many fasts, like with the busy family life. So it's like
Mhm.
any women out there, like don't make excuses for yourself, like, oh, I can't do a fast because I have children, I have a husband, I have this busy life, I have a household, I work. But really you can really fit it all in. Like I like to start out like the first 2 days still feeling really good, so I like to do all the shopping and get all the house really like organized. I kind of look at it like I'm going on a vacation, so I spend the first couple days
Nice.
like prepping everything for my family and getting my schedule all
You're
set and
so
doing
amazing.
all of that.
You get
Yeah,
so prepared.
yeah, but I start the fast and then I start doing all these things. That's been really helpful because I know as I go more into the fast, I really like to just, dial it back and go into this like beautiful space. But it feels really good to have everything all set for the family, and everything
Mhm.
just kind of like on autopilot from there. So
So you mentioned something you'd like to go lay out in the sun. And so
mm,
what does that, because it's really important while you're doing this water fast because your
yeah,
body is purging and it's healing and it's, it needs to heal. And if you're not taking the time to rest, if you're not taking the time to
yeah,
regenerate and bring in the energy, you're not going to have that energy. So as you're doing
yeah.
the advanced water fast, you need to close your eyes for 10 minutes, three,
Mhm,
4 times a day. You need
yeah.
to have a nap, a 20-minute nap, once a day, something. And just to let your body do its thing, just close your eyes and breathe, do that lion heart breath, do that 7 in and 6 out, 6 in, 7 out. I was getting mixed up. I just breathe. Yeah.
Breathe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, like taking those breaks. I like to, go on beach walks or like really like, smaller hikes, really
So
not
connecting.
going, not doing like hot yoga or anything like it's too strenuous, just really really honoring that time. And I feel like my body really works, so well for me when I'm doing that. And the light, definitely sunlight so important. And I really like to do like in the morning, like do the whole, sky before screens or, sunlight before blue light.
Sky before
The
screens.
sky before
What does
screens,
that
yeah.
mean?
So like going out and looking at the sky and getting some sun in your eyes before you get on your screen, which is, such a challenge because we use it for our phone. We wake up, we want to get the day started, but really
Yeah,
trying
I
to
want to get
hold to
right back
that.
into that
Yeah,
sympathetic mode of just
yes. But I feel like
addictive.
especially during a fast, you can kind of work on some of these little new lifestyle hacks for yourself, and they seem to really imprint so well because when I picked up that one, now that's what I love to do. I like to, definitely like no phones, no screens in the morning. Like that was such a good one to pull out of my life. And I feel like when I was fasting, I was really getting that message. My body kept saying like, I don't want this. Um, so yeah, definitely sunlight. And then I think if you could, I don't have a biotron. I know that you have one, but each time I go on the fast, I'm like, oh, I really want to get a biotron, so I need to do that. And a vitamin D light would be so amazing.
Or you just
Or
come visit me in Mexico.
or it's just saying that, or warm, beautiful place. Like I dream about what it would be like to fast in some tropical place with
Yeah.
the way. And I know
That's
that there are a lot of retreats and there's places where you can go and do like, fasts and water fasts and such. But I think one of the most beautiful things about the way Daryl and Doggity Tucks have set this all up is you can really make your everyday like into a paradise for yourself. So like I can make my world like a deluxe retreat for myself by doing these fasts. Like
isn't
that's
that
just the way I
so
think of it, right? Yeah.
important? I love
Yeah.
it. Make it a deluxe
Make it a
retreat for
deluxe
yourself.
retreat. Yeah. So, you don't have to, leave your family and, spend all this time and money and effort to when you can just create this exact same thing like in your home and in your heart. So I try to come from that way. And it truly is amazing knowing that it's always there for you. And that's just like, I guess, the relationship with yourself as it grows. You're always there for yourself and
That's
you're
so
always there to love yourself. Right.
that's so
So,
beautiful.
yeah.
That's so beautiful. Well, we have Lorraine. We have a
Is
black
she back
screen here
on?
for
I
Lorraine.
know. Hey,
I
Lori.
think she's having technical difficulties.
Yeah. Looks
But
like
as it
it.
is, oh well. Lorraine, you'll join us next time. That's unfortunate because she really has a great story because like I said, she
So
did
much.
her
Yes.
advance, and I believe that she had one of the best experiences that she's ever had on her 6-day water fast, similar advanced water fast, similar to what you're saying, where I think
Mm,
she sort of got into it quicker and her body knew what to do, tons of
yeah.
energy and like lots of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So
That's great. I'd love to talk to her about that.
yeah.
But yeah, we can all chat sometime.
So do
Definitely.
you just really quickly, so we're just about
Yeah.
wrapping it up here. We just
Mhm.
have it. I love the retreat idea that you just said for yourself. And I know people
Yeah.
people don't take that time to do that. But while you're taking that time, do you ever feel guilty? Do you feel guilty that, you're not paying attention to your kids or that you're not paying attention to your family or that you're not able to necessarily send those 60 emails that you needed to reply to? Like how do you deal with that? Because a lot of people will be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
man, I got to function." What do you
Yeah. I'd say that I'm still like very functioning and present. Um, so I don't really like, even though I'm doing a deluxe retreat for myself, I guess. That's more in my mind, but maybe I'm still very, involved because I do have a younger child. So um, n- no guilt, and then also just saying, that I'm a role model. That you need to show them, hey, this is things that you can do to make your life better, and this is how I'm gaining and helping myself, and this is things you can do for you. So just more of an educating piece.
I love
But
that.
yeah, there is that for women. Like we think, oh, if we take any time away from anything, but you just have to look that you're absolutely adding, to everything instead of taking away. And
Mhm.
it's really like
That's a
I
great
think,
way to think of it. You're
yeah,
adding.
you're
You are adding
adding.
value to the whole family, the
Yeah,
whole everybody, because you're going to be able to function better.
absolutely. Like you're building this lifestyle, right? It's for health. And it's really like, with the whole DACA detox, the perfect day. And that really is what it comes down to. And Daryl has so much information on the perfect day. And it's such a beautiful concept because it really is the perfect day. It really is, the present moment. Um,
It is the
and
it is
it is the
perfect.
present moment
Perfect,
and it's
perfect day.
perfect. It is absolutely every day. So yeah.
And you are a prime example, and Lorraine, prime examples of living that perfect day. And I totally admire you. And I
You
just
too. You
thanks
too.
for thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, Alicia. It's been so nice here to talk
Is
with you.
there more that you want to add? Is there something that we didn't? Because I know that this is sort of what we want to talk about. We want to talk about the approach of it and how what it feels like.
Yeah.
Is there anything else
Um,
you feel that we should talk about? Because there's a ton
yeah.
of information
There's
on.
so much like,
We could talk about the advanced water fast as what and how and what you take and all
right.
these things. But
Yeah.
I don't think enough is emphasis is put on what we just discussed: your approach, your feeling, the energy, the why, the why
Right.
behind it,
The how. Yeah.
and the how. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's lots on the how.
Lots of how.
Lots on the.
Um, yeah, I would just, encourage women so much to try this because the benefits are really amazing. And it really can start you down this, really learning so much about all the different DACA detox protocols, just kind of help you build that relationship. It's kind of like a quick way to just kind of fall into that
Yeah.
or to
And you
go
can learn
up to
about
that.
the vaginal infusion. You can learn about
Yes.
the ultimate coffee enema. You
Yes.
learn about just, intermittent fasting and how you deal with that. And I
Yes.
just really quickly before we leave, you came down the last time you were here and you
Yeah,
took the pelvic restoration and disease prevention course.
I did. I
And you
did.
did it for yourself. You
That's
did it,
right.
right? You took that
Yeah.
time out for yourself. And
Mhm.
I know you've been a birthing coach for 30 years or something like that,
Mhm.
for a very long time.
Yeah.
But it's really tough to say that because you look like you're 30. So how did you do that for 30 years? But so, I mean, you have a lot of experience with all the different
Mhm.
births, with, that part of the body that is taboo to
Yeah.
talk about. And just really quickly, what can you say about that course that you took?
Oh, that course was amazing. It was so nice to be there in Mexico and the location, the Cala del Mar. There was a lot of information in there that definitely can help all women, and there's so much to learn from that course and so much to think about. I could definitely talk for a very long time about that and that experience. But if anybody gets a chance to go, take it, absolutely sign up for that. Is definitely sign up for any, of Daryl's courses. Definitely life changing, life building, life affirming, in any of those things. You won't regret it, and absolutely try the advanced water fast. Don't be scared. Just jump in,
Just jump in.
um, yeah, and you'll be amazed what it can do for you. And there's so much support too. You can look at, in the library. There's tons of information. You could always call in and talk to somebody on the phone if you have any questions about it. Like you're not in it alone. So just keep going.
You're not in it alone. All right, my friend. Thank you for chatting with me.
Thank
And
you.
let's definitely get together and we'll have some discussions on some other topics,
Let's
looking
do
at it
it.
from a different perspective.
Yeah, let's do it. Love it. Thank you so much, Alicia. It's so nice to be here with you.
All right. You ready?
Okay.
3, 2,
Yeah,
1. We got this.
got this.